Hey everybody, welcome back to another guest replay on the Beard Guys channel. We have a replay in the Lycan today sent in by Flan80 from the Tog clan, and thank you Flan for sending this one in. It's been sitting in my inbox for a little while and I just got around to clicking it and seeing quite what he did. And it was pretty staggering, to be honest. I mean, first off, it's the highest damage game I think I've ever seen in the Lycan. It's higher. I had to ask our resident light tank expert, Turkey Tank, what his highest Lycan game was, damage-wise. I think he said it was 5,800, something like that. This is higher than that. He does more than that. And considering also that number, or the damage that he does at the end of this, jumped out at me because of the video I did recently on the AMX 1357. Gets his first hit away. That video I did, I looked at the maximum possible damage you could do with that tank, with the AMX Chaffee, and with the Lycan. And the maximum possible damage you can do if you penned every single shell, assuming they're AP, and rolled average damage with a Lycan, you'd do 9,000 damage. So that's the maximum you could theoretically do, excluding, you know, fires, ammo racks, and assuming you penned every shot and rolled average, which wouldn't ever happen, but you know, theoretically. So to do, you know, more than well over half that, you know, pretty much 3/4 of that is no mean feat. So he's done well to, he got a few early shots off on one light tank. He's smashed this T71 here, taken a little bit in return. Had to use his medkit pretty early, which is a bit of a shame. But does manage to finish this T37 off in a second. There we go. So he clears the cliff. He's got it to himself, the lighthouse hill, I should say.
Oh, I thought I hit that motherfucker.
And this, the Movado guy is also pretty vocal on the mic and chips in with some interesting tidbits of information in the Type 4 Heavy I think he is driving. But yeah, also interesting to see someone playing this hill. I got up here quite a lot, and I think a lot of people do in light tanks. It doesn't always, it's, you know, it always feels like there's a lot of potential, but I'm not sure I've ever really had any big games from being up here. You get a nice viewpoint, but it's a lot of the lines of sight, you know, you get spotted whenever you fire or you peek like this. And most of the time I end up just getting shot back when I'm trying to get shots away. Obviously having no RT, it has a big impact on this. It helps a lot having no RT. Makes life easier. But it still can be a pretty risky place, you know. People look up here and they're ready to shoot. Yeah, this that guy in the Type 4, he moans all game. There you go, Tiger 1 nicely out in the open, back at the base for an easy couple of shots. So another thing to note, pretty high loadout of heat of premium rounds running his Lycan, way higher than what I'd run, to be honest. Not sure if he's pushing to mark. I haven't actually looked to see if he's got gun marks on this, but you know, it kind of works out well. I can understand, you know, if you're running a fair amount, because by the time he's fired off all of his AP shells in this game, you know, the only games where he's probably going to fire all of those off and then have to use the prem rounds is when it's in some sort of, you know, carry situation. So I can see maybe the argument for it. Personally, I would run probably half that. I think I run two clips of prem on my Lycan. But you know, he doesn't start off by spamming all the prem rounds at the start. So I'm you know, I don't mind this as a you know, when someone sends you a replay and it's just them firing prem the entire game and getting a good result, I normally don't show it because it doesn't really interest me. But you know, this one I don't think falls into that bracket. And having a nice time here, just shooting these guys. They're not paying the slightest bit of attention to him as he chips away. He plays this game very well in good positioning, but as always with the big games, there's always an element of luck or possibly enemy stupidity involved. But he's starting to look like he's not in a great position, and I watched this last night, and it was, yeah, I was pretty. I was pretty surprised seeing this guy in yeah, 4 tanks in this situation against what, 6 remaining. He's used up considerable amount of his ammo. He's not got a huge amount of health left. His team haven't been doing a huge amount. He's still got a lot to do, and they've got some tanks with a lot of health left as well. Thankfully, just managed to clear out 2 more in quick succession there and put it down to a 4v5. But the enemies still have a pretty much full health Jagdtiger, I believe. They've got a couple of heavies. And there's the 2 mediums over there. Not too much issue with the Craft Panther, probably, but the Batchat, Tier 9 Batchat, is going to be dangerous. There you go, the Craft taken down. There's the Batchat. So switches up to the Prem rounds finally. Now he's down to just 2 AP rounds, well, APCR I should say, but they are the standard round on the Lycan. And as he only had 2 of those left, obviously you're going to need to reload. You don't really want to sit there with a clip with 2 bullets in, but he will be coming back to that 2 clip APCR round. Do not worry. Very little ammo is wasted in this this game, as you can guess by the amount of damage that he puts out. So there you go, nice shot into the side of the Jagdtiger. Gets 2 away. Would he get a 3rd? Nope, that one went over. And decides not to keep firing away very wisely, as ammo is going to become an issue at the end of this game. So pretty strange, strange sort of layout of where the players are in this game. There's 2 enemies sitting at their flag. He's still got TD, I believe, sitting at his own base. I guess these guys have probably maybe pushed back. So the Tiger 1 was base camping, but I think the others maybe have pushed back to engage the friendly they just killed over there near the flag. Looks like he might be able to drop the T29. Just needs 1 more maybe, or 2. There we go.
He's gone. Find us another target.
And now in a 2v3 situation, trying to work out what to do. He's been able to... It's incredible the amount of damage. 34 pens and 5 kills he's done whilst up here is pretty remarkable. He's going to get some nice shots into this Tiger 1 now. The Jagdtiger is going to be more of an issue. There you go. He's got to back up. The Jagdtiger can 1-bomb him now. So he's got to be pretty careful. Tiger 1, not too much of a threat, but that Batchat, Tier 9 Batchat, still knocking about. And he's very aware at the moment that he's the enemy that... the Reds know where he is. There we go. There's the Tiger 1 again. Gets 1 more into him. The enemy know where he is. He's not sure if they're putting any pressure on that TD. That Batchat could be coming up after him. So he needs to start thinking about contingency plans. And getting down the cliff in a hurry can be quite dangerous when you've only got 350 hit points. So decides to make the break, push down a little bit. And it's time to start doing some real active moving around the map, light tank play. So there we go, pretty risky, nearly binned it. Surprised he didn't lose hit points doing that, but got a little bit lucky. Could easily have lost some. I've seen tanks die from less, but managed to style it out very well in the end. And now he's off hunting. So he thought the Tier 9 Batchat might be pushing towards the base, towards that TD, which is a fair shout, but he hasn't showed up, so he doesn't really know where that... He was around here last time he was spotted. Just goes for the reload there. Thought he was around here. Could be anywhere really now. The Jagdtiger and Tiger were up kind of behind the hill. I guess if the Batchat's not been spotted now, then it's a reasonable chance he was probably trying to hunt him down up on the hill, maybe coming up the path from the other side. Or maybe just grouping up with the Jag and the Tiger. So there we go. There is the medium. There is the Tier 9 Batchat over in a bit of a bizarre position there, but manages to dodge a shot. And lucky to not get engaged with this guy up close. If he got caught by that guy up close, he would have been brown bread. There we go. There's the Tiger 1, sitting nicely for some shots. He can try and not take one in return, but he could tank a shot from that guy. No time to aim, though. Lucky he's got 1 more to put into this guy. The TD on his training team, there we go, the T25AT nicely takes down the Tier 9 Batchat. And that guy, you know, fair play to that guy. He's been I'm not sure what he was doing earlier in the game. He's at back of the base now, but he does play some critical shots near the end of this game to keep it going. And that Bat Chat was probably the most dangerous tank well, definitely the most dangerous tank of the three, really. The Yag Tiger, obviously a dangerous tank, but not so much to a light tank in a one-on-one situation. He just needs to get behind or next to it, and he's got it done. So there we go, Tiger 1 taken down as well by the friendly TD, puts it in a 2v1 situation. 38 pens, 5 kills. I don't think he's had a fire or an ammo rack yet, right? So you can only imagine the amount of damage that he would have done in this game had he also caused a fire or ammo rack someone.
I think he was going around.
So decides to push back here. He's just kind of, you know, checking out different locations this guy could be. I think he's assuming that maybe he would have fallen back to defend the base potentially. He was last seen in kind of the town up here where he's pointing his gun now, sort of near the cliff. But my feeling would be he'd probably push around with the other two, right, when they went around there. But then also you probably would have expected him to engage in that fight that just occurred if he had been around there. So a little bit of a mystery where the Ag Tiger's disappeared to at the moment. It's kind of handy still having that friendly TD thing at the friendly base rather than trying to venture out and find him. I think that's the right shout for now. Time is running out, but you know, I think if he just sits there and at the base, he's got a pretty good eye on quite a large amount of the battlefield on that side if he stays there, while the Lycan can cruise around and see if he can dig this guy out. And there we go, there the Ag Tiger is spotted. He's on about half health. The T25 AT is not going to last very long up against him. They're certainly both a one-shot to the Ag Tiger if they give him the opportunity for that shot. And he's actually come down this hill in the middle here. Somehow he managed to worm his way round to here and then get down. Can get a few shots away in the rear of it here. Trying to get that tracking shot in. Just shoots him up the butt. And gets a little bit of damage done. Sadly didn't hit a fire. They're pretty easy to set on fire when you shoot them in the back like that, the old Jag Tiger. But gets a bit unlucky. There we go, his friend is taken down, and he has 5 shells remaining. 3 heat in the clip, and then 2 APCR, 2 standard rounds. And here we go, he is reloading those 2 shells he put away for a rainy day. He's going to need just one of them. I don't think it will need 2, but if he bounces or misses, you know, then he'll be using the last one. Could be cheeky and try and go for that Faden's medal and deliberately fire a shot away. I would not do that in this situation because it could go badly wrong. There we go. He gets the pen, gets the 6th kill, the 45th damage ribbon of the game. Absolutely disgusting amount of ribbons for a Lycan. And just look at the amount of damage that he clocks up here, and the base XP, 6,493 damage. It's the highest damage I have ever seen in a Lycan mastery game, as one might expect. And the base XP, sadly don't get to see it, but I'm told it was about 2,800 base XP. So incredible game by Flan80. Thank you very much for sending that over, Flan from the Tog clan. Incredible game, really enjoyed watching it, and hopefully you guys did as well. Nice one. Well, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. My name is Ben, we are the Beard Guys, and I'll see you next time.